Greetings, Hallowmaniacs. It's Steph. Come with me for another thrifting Halloween adventure where I try to find anything both modern and vintage Halloween. Let's go. Alright, so this was a first time stop for me at this Goodwill in particular in Wisconsin. It feels like it's been a while since I've been thrifting for Halloween, but I love the Wisconsin thrift shops here at Goodwill. They usually have a lot of plenty of stock. This one right here, I like this Home Sweet Haunted Home sign. Kind of reminds me of something, especially you can see how it's thinner like that you can get at the Dollar Tree. This, I'm not sure how old it is, and if it is in fact from the Dollar Tree, just kind of looks like it, but you gotta be careful too. Sometimes going to thrift stores, I've learned to find like items that I can get at my local Dollar Tree when it comes Halloween season. Sometimes you see they're given back to a Goodwill and they'll charge more for it, so always be careful with that. This little dynamic trio was super adorable. I loved it right here, and they're only 99 cents, so more of a modern Halloween find, but I like the Dracula, the mummy, and the witch sitting right there. Kind of reminds me, when I think of trio, I think of Halloween 3 with the skeleton, the pumpkin, and the witch. But yeah, this is kind of the new version trio, right? And 99 cents, not a bad deal. Here I like this skull with the kind of candle. It had a little break on top, but again, I don't think it had a price that I could find. But I like the Halloween candles. Little miniature lanterns here for $1. Those are adorable. I think there was a purple one in the back as well. But kind of just rummaging through, and you can see sometimes it's hard to get through these shelves because, I mean, it's piled on with so many different things. And I try to be really careful because I don't want to break anything or have anything fall down. But yeah, definitely a lot of cute things. These gel clings right here. I like those little skeletons, look like they were glow in the dark. And then this was a unique mask, kind of metallic right there. I thought that was interesting to see. And sometimes too, if you're looking for Halloween costumes and you want to stay on a particular budget, you can usually find some at the Goodwills or the thrift shop, and sometimes you'll find actual brand new costumes in whole and packages there that, yeah, get it at a discounted price. Why not? Speaking of costumes, this is kind of cool. Kind of like a little weapon or accessory knife. I would think of it maybe if you were doing Michael Myers. And it was pretty good. It was like a wood piece there, not a bad price. And I've seen this before, and I don't know, somebody could drop me in the comments. I've seen that little guy before, and I don't know what it's from, but familiar face. And wasn't this cute? This adorable little pumpkin ceramic here. You know, this is definitely not only Halloween, but it could be Thanksgiving, autumn. I mean, you could keep it up months, right? Or if you're just a pumpkin lover, keep it up year-round. Why not? But I like it. It was, you know, you could put potpourri, candy, whatever you want into it, and not a bad price at all. And then here's another little trio. These were like little bobbleheads. So they're kind of, yep, you can see it kind of springing right there, moving back and forth, the scarecrow and the little Frankenstein one. Oops, knocked that one over. See what I was saying? It's hard to not knock things over when, oh man, I'm double trouble. But I like this right here, spells, potions, and creepy. I'm trying to do a witch's theme this year, kind of like a witch's cottage or a dungeon, something like that. It's going to be witch themed, so I'm trying to pick up little things that kind of have that spells, potions, and things like that I can kind of decorate around the room. So kind of like that. It's one of those fake books that looks like it's a real book, but it's not. And again, you can even get those too, I want to say at the Dollar Tree as well. But looking around here, happy Halloween, love the little signage here. And this I really liked. It was a skull mug or a skeleton mug, and I like because on the handle you can see it's a spooky kind of tree there. So I thought this was really adorable. Someone was sure to pick this up. Imagine if you had like a whole collection of all those mugs, and I've seen those before where they have ghost ones, pumpkin ones, I mean, but this one was adorable. I liked his little face hair, and only $1.99, so not a bad price at all. I would love to actually find multiple ones and have like a whole collection, not just one skeleton, or have a bunch of different creatures that you could mix in together. The possibilities are endless. And then I found this really nice ceramic dish, $1.99. I like the little candy corn accents on it, and I've been seeing a lot of like the ceramic dishes lately. You can see a pumpkin one right behind it with a kitty cat, little leaf plate there. This one looks like more of like a Pilgrim Autumn collection. And then as I zoom out, you can see this is a really nice lantern. So I was flying this trip, so bummer I didn't have enough space, but I would be tempted to take this. It's one of those fake candles for $5.99, and then it has that purple overcast light with it with the spider. So That looked really nice. And then I found, this to me seemed to be a vintage 90s kind of ceramic. And it's like a little haunted house here as I spin it around. And I love the colors. I think a lot of times when you see the bright colors, that always reminds me of a 90s Halloween. That was like something that was very typical, is they had the bright colors. And you'll see this was also something that you found in the 80s and 90s. And I remember when I was little, we had one, and I thought we were so cool because we had like the little spooky eye window clings that could kind of go right onto your window. It had the battery, and then they would light up at night. So I love those. This one, it didn't have the back, but yeah, sometimes you can find the vintage ones, and I think those are so cool. Those were classic 90s. This bowl right here was more unique because it looks like Yikes Creepy Eek, I like that, boo. But you'll see the spider decoration in it. It's kind of popping out. It's like a 3D bowl. So I thought that was a unique spin on it. Be a nice little decorative bowl. At first I thought it was like a water dish for like an animal, but no, it's I think a decorative dish. And you can see it came from Hallmark. So it had the original sticker with that. More of a modern Halloween find, but I liked it. $1.99. One of the things I like to look at too is the VHS selection. And sometimes, and Joe and I have been on the hunt, I'm looking for Halloween 3 or any just really cool vintage horror movies. And this Goodwill in particular had a lot. And it had one of my favorite movies as growing up. I love that movie, Death Becomes Her. And I don't even know why, but it had such great, I think, special effects for its time. And here was the original VHS, which I was like, oh my goodness, I love this. It's from, I think it was 1992, but I love just Goldie Hawn's character, Bruce Willis, Meryl Streep's in it, and it's a good movie. If you're looking for something that's kind of funny with that special effects, get it. And here is Joe's favorite movie, so I found Mrs. Doubtfire, not Halloween related, but again, it was just nice to see some of our favorite movies. Here we also found, it's The Great Pumpkin by Charlie Brown, and I saw this really cool E.T., so I like those. I did not ever see E.T. in kind of one of those kind of containers like the plastic ones, but I love The Great Pumpkin. That is such a great movie or TV special. And then here was just a nice little animatronic that I found that was still new in the package. So you can see someone at one point was trying to sell it for $20 at the garage sale, and at the Goodwill it's being resold for $3.99. So things have changed, but I love it. Probably something that came from the 90s, maybe even early 2000s. I don't think I saw a year on it, but I am going to show you what we ended up taking home. All right, guys, so I am back home, and I wanted to show you what I ended up taking home with me. First thing was the Spells, Potions, and Creepy Concoctions little false book that I have here, and I like this. It's got kind of, again, it's false right here. You can put some things in it, storage in it. I didn't buy it just because I was getting a huge deal on it. It was $1.99. It's probably what it would go for, but I liked it because it kind of has my theming again, what I want to do with witches this year, and it kind of had that spells. I think it would look cool on a bookshelf, so I was just looking for a few more things like that. So great small find. All right, next up, I was looking again. This was one of my favorite movies, so as a little girl, I could not pass this up. Death Becomes Her. This is just such a great movie. It's funny. And again, in the original case here, so kind of not a super Halloween, but it's got kind of some spooky theming with it. And just, again, great special effects for its timing. And here was Joe's favorite film. And I love Mrs. Doubtfire too. So I had to pick up those. That's not a Halloween find, but I was like, hey, if I could find my favorite childhood one and his, and they were both coming home. So love these. All right. And the last find that I ended up taking home was the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown VHS tape. I believe this came from 1996. The original, I think, program was maybe in the 60s. I'll have to look that up and verify, but I love this. It's something that's great. I can remember watching this on TV, on Halloween, and yeah, this is one that Joe and I both did not have, so great collection piece to have. And hey, VHSs seem to be making a little comeback here, so still on the hunt for Halloween 3. Season of the Witch. That seems to be a hot one right there. Or any cool like horror movie classics that we can find. So I think that's going to do it for this video here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. And remember, if you are interested and if you're not already a Hallowmaniac and subscribe to our channel, hit that subscribe button because we are going to do a great, huge giveaway of both all modern and vintage Halloween once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So we're inching our way there, and appreciate all the views and subscribers. And yeah, remember to stay spooky, friends.
Trick or treat.